Hello, good night. I'm sorry, I'm a little late. My internet wasn't working so well. I was having some connection, trouble with the connection. But welcome. My name is Luna. Today I'll be guiding and sharing a Vinyasa Flow with you. It is for all levels, so all levels are welcome to this class. All you will be needing is your mat, body length space, and if you like to have a block with you or something that you know that you need certain props, then just go ahead and find your props that you need. And we'll be starting in a little bit. So finding a comfortable position on your mat, come to a comfortable sitting position, letting your hands rest on your laps, closing your eyes, just connecting with your breath. Observing your thoughts, emotions. If there's anything that might be putting some weight on yourself emotionally, just observe it and try to not judge it. Just see it as something that it is not you. It's just an emotion and a feeling that will pass by. And very slowly start opening up your eyes. And for today, I'm gonna be sharing the vinyasa flow that I'll be sharing is gonna be doing a lot of torsions in order to really detox and liberate toxins that we have maybe accumulated from the weekend, just kind of like releasing it. So start going to your own pace, respecting your body, and just enjoying the practice. Remembering this is your practice, make it your own. So as we inhale, you're gonna lift your left arm up to the sky, lengthen through your spine, and with the next exhale, bring your left hand towards your right knee and bring the right hand behind you. And keep lengthening through your spine, looking above your right shoulder. And inhale, come back to center. Inhale, lift your right arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring your right hand to your left knee and bring the left hand behind you. Look over your left shoulder. Keep breathing. And come back to center. Inhale, walk your hands, slide your hands forward, and bring your forehead towards the ground. And now walk your hands towards the right side and bring the palm of your left hand over your right hand. And release, squaring your shoulders. And inhale, walk your hands to the other side. As you exhale, walk your hands towards the left and bring the right palm of your right hand on top of the left hand. Inhale, walk your hands to center and walk your hands towards your feet. And with the next inhale, I'm going to come to all fours, tabletop position, keeping your hips and knees square with your hips, your shoulders stacked right above your wrists. And we're going to start doing little circles to one side and to the other side. Connecting to your breath, connecting and grounding yourself to the present moment. Now we're going to transfer the weight towards our heels, the hips towards our heels, and then all the way shifting the weight all the way to the front as far as you can. So warming up your wrists. This is a very good exercise to keep your wrists healthy and strong. And as you inhale, lift your right arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring your right hand towards the ground. Palm of your right hand faces the sky, like the ceiling. And as you inhale, reach with your left hand up to the sky. And as you exhale, try to look with your left hand. Try to see if you can reach your right quad, your right leg. Keep breathing. And just bring your left hand towards the ground. Press the ground, press your mat with your left hand, and slide your right hands all the way back to center. And as you inhale, reach for the space, lengthening your spine with your left hand. Open up your chest, keep grounding yourself, and keep rooting to rise, plugging in the palm of the right hand towards the ground. And as you exhale, bring and slide your left hand in between the space that's created with your right hand and your right knee. Bring the shoulder towards the ground. And now flip and like the palm of your left hand so it faces the ceiling. And with the next inhale, lift your right arm up to the sky. And try to look and see if you can reach for your left thigh, your left quad with your left hand. Right hand. I'm sorry. Keep breathing. I'm a little confused today with my words. And as you inhale, come back to center. Press with your right hand. Slide your left hand all the way to center and start walking your hands towards the front of your mat and come to your belly. Bring your forehead towards the ground. Keeping your hands next to your chest. And as you inhale, lift your chest into a small cobra. Maybe you want to keep your elbows bent. And as you exhale, bring your forehead towards the ground. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. So it has to be very smooth. You don't really want to push it right now. Just make sure that when you come up, your shoulders are away from your ears. And if you cannot go as far right now, it's okay. Just it's a baby cobra. And push back your hips towards your heels, opening up your knees mat width apart, and just letting your chest rest in between your thighs, giving it space to your chest to expand as you inhale and to contract as you exhale. And just watch your breath, observe it. Observe the sensation of the air coming in through your nose, all the way down your throat, and filling up your lungs and your body with oxygen. You may inhale through your mouth, through your nose, I mean, And when you exhale, exhale all the air through your mouth. And once again, big inhale through your nose. Big exhale through your mouth. And come back to all fours. Curl your toes. Either walk your hands or your feet farther away and come to a tabletop position, high plank. And from high plank, start pushing with your hands the floor away and lift your hips towards the sky, bringing your heels, feel the heaviness on your heels down towards the ground. And maybe you want to pedal or like take your dog for a walk, bending one knee and the other, just releasing any certain sort of tension that you might have. Just very intuitive with your body, listening to it, what it wants to do or how it wants to move in this first downward facing dog of the night or of the day. And just inhale, lift your right leg towards the sky, squaring your hips, and with the next exhale, bring the right knee towards the chest. Hold it for 1, 2, 3. Inhale, extend your knee towards the sky. And as you exhale, bring the right knee towards the right elbow. 1, 2, keeping your hips low. 3. Inhale, extend up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring the left knee towards the left elbow. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, extend your knee. And with the next exhale, step the right foot in between your hands and sink in the left knee towards the ground. So make sure that your right knee is right above your right ankle. And as you inhale, lift your chest up, bring your hands towards the sky, keeping your elbows straight. Keep your shoulders, roll them and make them go behind your ears, sinking a little bit deeper. Just giving a nice stretch to your psoas and your hip flexors. Vinyasa. And as you exhale, lower your hand and look for the space with your left hand. So first create some space, reaching with that hand towards the sky. And as you exhale, start bending your left elbow, and bring it outside of your right knee. And option 1, you can stay here. Option 2, you can bring your left hand towards the ground and open up your right hand towards the sky. Keep bending your right knee and breathe. And as you exhale, come back to center. Frame your right foot and step it backwards, tabletop. And as you exhale, bend your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. And we inhale and lift your left leg up to the sky, squaring your hips. And with the next exhale, bring your knee towards your chest. Inhale, extend your knee. Exhale, left knee towards the left hand. 2, 3. Inhale, left knee up towards the sky. And as you exhale, left knee towards the right elbow. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, lift up. And as you exhale, step the left foot in between your hands. And I'll drop your right knee towards the ground. Inhale, lift your chest up. Lift your hands up to the sky. Lengthening through your spine. Bringing your shoulders behind your ears. Maybe you want to interlace your fingers and feel how that feels. And keep opening up your chest. And as you exhale, release. And now find the space with your right hand Lengthen through your spine and start twisting all the way from your core, from your chest. So start finding the space and bring your right elbow outside of your left knee. Maybe bring your hands together in front of your chest, in front of your chest, in front of your heart space. Or maybe you just want and feels better and best for your body if you bring your right hand towards the ground, lifting your left hand up towards the sky. For 2, keep bending your left knee. 4, 5, exhale, come back to center, frame your left foot, and slide your left foot to the back of the mat, plank pose. And from plank pose, either with your knees or completely, we're gonna start bending your elbows and start going towards chaturanga. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold it here, 1, 2, 3, inhale, slide, bring your pelvis next to your wrists, roll your shoulders away from your ears, upward facing dog, and as you exhale, lift your hips up towards the sky, downward facing dog. Say yes with your head, say no. And as you inhale, lift your right leg towards the sky, and as you exhale, step again your right foot in between your hands, curling your left toes towards the mat, and then really extending your left knee, plugging in as if you want to plug in your left heel towards the ground. And inhale, lift your chest up, lift your arms towards the sky, warrior 1, variation of warrior 1 with balance. So really sinking in and just feeling the heat and the warmth that you're creating through this posture. And as you exhale, roll your right hand towards the back of your mat and keep your shoulders aligned. And keep twisting. Pretend that you have an imaginary wall behind your shoulders, and that wall is making you twist and look above your right shoulder. Look towards your index finger. And feel how this twist comes all the way from your core. Inhale, come back up to center. And as you exhale, twist your left foot. Toes now face towards the front and keep bending the right knee. Keep your shoulders in line. Warrior 2. Look towards the front of your mat, of your hand, of your index finger of the right hand. Inhale, bring the right hand towards the ground. Lift up the energy and bring it above your right ear into reverse warrior. Inhale, come back to center. And now extend your right knee. And maybe you want to close the distance in between your right foot and your left foot. So bring a little bit closer, step a little bit closer with your right foot. Inhale now, square your hips face forward. I'm sorry. Keep your hips facing forward. Don't square them, not yet. So now, inhale, extend your arms. With the next exhale, you're gonna reach for something that's really far away from you and start holding towards the ground, bringing your right hand towards the ground. If this is not possible, maybe you just wanna keep your right hand a little bit lower like below your knee. And keep your left hand towards the sky. So keep opening up your chest. And if this is too easy, then maybe you want to try to like slide your hand all the way towards the ground. If you have blocks, you may just go ahead and use them now. Inhale, come back up using the strength of your core. And now maybe you want to step a little bit closer. Once again, your left foot. Now square your hips. Hips are facing forward. And now extend your left arm. Rise through your spine, and as you exhale, start forward folding as if you want to reach something that's really far away from you. And now bring your left hand outside of your right foot. If this is not possible, you can keep your hand below your knee. or use a block and start pressing towards the ground. And now twisting, opening up, and really looking for your balance, engaging your core. And feel how as you press down towards the ground or your block, you can really twist and bend a little bit farther, a little bit deeper. And exhale, frame your right foot. Inhale, step the left foot and forward fold. And exhale, release. Step your left foot behind you and slide the right foot next to it. And as you exhale, bend your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And bring the knees towards the ground. Bring your toes together. And child pose. Bring forehead towards the ground. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And once again, big inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Just gonna hold it here for a while, connecting with your breath, observing the flow of your breath through your nose without judging, just really noticing it. Feeling the sensations of one side of your body. What's the difference with one side with the other side? And with the next inhale, look forward. Come back to a forest, curl your toes, and lift your knees away from the ground, bringing your hips towards the sky. And with the next inhale, lift your left knee, your left leg towards the sky. And as you exhale, step the left foot in between your hands. Inhale and lift your chest towards the sky. Warrior one variation. So keep extending and lifting your knee, pushing your knee towards the sky. And it's as if you want to plug in your right heel towards the ground. And now roll down your left hand and bring them, keeping it in line with your shoulders, opening up, twisting through your core. Just really engaging your core and pretend that you have an imaginary wall behind your arms, behind your back, and it's just like twisting you, really squeezing your spine. Inhale, come back to center. And as you exhale, start twisting the left foot and sinking a little bit deeper into warrior two. And to the front of the mat, to the front of your left index finger. And as you exhale, bring the energy, lower your left hand, bringing your energy above your left ear, reversing the warrior. And really like your right hand's not pushing your right leg, it's just like, it's just touching it, but you're not putting any weight onto it. Inhale, come back up. And now step the right foot a little bit closer towards the left foot, opening up your arms to where your shoulders are. And as you exhale, bend as if you want to reach for something that's really, really far away from you. And now bring your left hand towards the mat or your block and open up in Trikonasana. So that you're creating 3 triangles with your body. Just really feeling the energy, feeling your breath, observing what you feel, what you think when you're in this posture. And now inhale, lift up using the strength of your core. If you need, you might want to step your right foot a little bit closer. Now square your hips look up front. Inhale, lift your right arm, and as you exhale, forward fold as if you want to reach something that's far away from you, extending and lengthening through your spine. And keep lowering, keep bringing that right hand towards the ground. You can either press to a block or keep pressing towards the mat. And lift your left arm towards the sky. And exhale, release. Frame your left foot and come to standing split, lifting your right leg towards the sky. And as you exhale, step the right foot backwards and walk your left foot next to it, and start exhaling and bending your elbows for 1, 2, 3. Inhale, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Say yes with your head, say no with your head. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. And as you exhale, step your right foot once again in between your hands. Now walk your hands a little bit farther. I'm going to step a little bit backwards so you can see. So walk your hands a little bit farther, maybe like 2 or 3 steps. And keep your right hand in front of your, actually not your hand, but your fingertips towards the ground. So keep plugging in your fingertips of your right hand towards the ground and start opening up your left hip, lifting the left foot even farther away from you, entering to Ardha Chandrasana. And maybe you want to look up, bring your gaze towards the ceiling, and either keep your left foot either flexed or pointing it. Just keep it really active, activating the muscles, your thighs, your hamstrings. And as you exhale, lower your left hand. Now your left hand's gonna stay diagonal to your right foot. And as you inhale, lift your right arm towards the sky, twisting. And keep breathing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, release. Step your left foot towards the ground. And step even farther up front your right foot, bringing your left knee towards the ground. Inhale, back up to Anjayanasana. And once again, bring your left elbow outside of your right knee. Bring your hands in prayer position in front of your heart space. And keep bending and sinking in your right knee. And as you exhale, release and step the right foot backwards. Inhale, lift your left leg towards the sky. And as you exhale, step the left foot in between your hands. Now you walk your hands a little bit forward. Start lifting your left leg towards the sky. And now keep plugging in the fingertips of the right hand towards the ground and lift the right hand towards the sky. Lifting also even more your right leg. Bring your gaze towards the sky. Keep breathing. Ardha Chandrasana for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release the right hand. Now we're going to keep your right hand diagonal to your left foot. Square your hips and start plugging in the fingertips of the right hand towards the ground. And as you inhale, lift the left arm towards the sky and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Step the right foot towards the ground. Step the left one. Come to your plank pose. And as you exhale, bend your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. You can take a little break here on downward facing dog, or you can also bring your knees towards the mat. Bring your toes together and enter into child's pose. So find whatever suits you best. Listen to your body. What is it asking for today? Inhale, look in between your hands and come to a fourth. Curl your toes under. And as you inhale, lift your right foot, your right leg towards the sky. And as you exhale, step the right foot between your hands. Left foot comes next to it. Bend your knees. And as you inhale, lift your chest up. Utkatasana. So if you look down while you're in Utkatasana, you'll notice that you'll be able to see your toes. And bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and start forward folding. Extend your knees. Relax your head. Say yes and say no with your head. Inhale, come back up. Hands in prayer position in front of your heart space. And with the next exhale, bring the left elbow outside of your right knee, keeping your hands in prayer position in front of your heart space. And back to center. Keep your Utkatasana, bending your knees. And now bring your right elbow outside of your left knee and bring your hands in prayer positions in front of your heart space. And forward fold, bring your hands towards the ground. And start bending your knees, lifting your heels away from the ground, bringing your hips towards your heels, hands in prayer position, finding balance here. And now you're going to bring your right hand backwards, opening up, and then extend also your left arm and start rotating, twisting from the spine, using your core. And don't lose the alignment of your shoulder. So keep twisting, and as you bring your right hand farther towards the back, the left hand keeps in line. And come back to center. And out towards the other side. So start twisting to the left, keeping your shoulders in line. And exhale, release. Bring your hands towards the ground and come to a seated position. Extend your legs. And as you inhale, lift your right arm towards the sky. And as you exhale, bring the right arm towards the outside part of your left foot and bring your left hand backwards. Keeping keeping your feet flexed. And come back to center. Now lift your left hand towards the sky, and as you exhale, bring the left hand to the outer side of your right foot and walk your left hand behind you. And come back to center. I'm just gonna rotate so you can see. And from here, bring your right hand towards the right arch of your right foot, I'm sorry, and start pressing your right foot towards your right hand and keep rounding your spine. So here we're not looking to lengthen the spine, rather to keep it rounded, and that way it'll feel like a very nice stretch in your upper back, in between your shoulder blades. And back to center. And now bring the left hand towards the left arch of your left foot and start pressing away that hand with your left foot, rounding your spine, feeling that nice stretch in between your shoulder blades. And come back to center. You're gonna start coming to a nice laying down position on your back. Bring your knees towards your chest and hug them. And give yourself a little massage to the back of your lower back. And now extend both knees, bringing your legs to 90-degree angles, opening up your shoulders, keeping your arms in line with your shoulders. And you're gonna bring towards the ground your right leg, bend your left knee, and start twisting and bringing the left knee towards the right. Bring your gaze above your left shoulder. Maybe you can bring a little bit closer to the ground your left knee with your right hand. I'm gonna hold it here for a little bit, just enjoying this very nice stretch, observing how it feels, the sensation it gives you in your lower back. Observing how much space it's between your left shoulder and the ground, and try to bring it and release any tension that you might have, bringing closer towards the ground your left shoulder, as well as you bring your left knee towards the right side. And as you inhale, come back to center. Extend both legs, both knees, and I'll bring the left leg towards the ground, bend the right knee towards your chest, and start sinking in the right knee towards the left side. And your gaze will go above your right shoulder. Maybe with your left hand, you can bring a little bit closer to the ground your right knee, I mean. And once again, within each exhale, release a little bit more. Any resistance that you may find, try to ease it up with your breath, observing how much space it's between your right shoulder and between the ground. Bringing your right knee closer towards the left side. Inhale, come back to center. Bring both knees towards your chest. Hug them once again. Giving your lower back a nice massage. Keeping your knees together. Start making little circles with your knees towards one side. Just observing how it feels on your lower back and the movement you give to your spine through these circles. And towards the other side. And now bring the soles of your feet towards the ground. And we're going to windshield wipe your knees towards one side and towards the other. And now with the next inhale, bring your feet closer towards your hips and start pressing the mat away as you lift your hips. And now bring the palms of your hands under your hips, under your sacrum, and just release the weight towards your hands as you're gonna be like hiding your shoulders behind and just putting all of the weight, releasing any tension towards, the palm of your hands. And exhale, release. Now lift your hips away from the ground as well as your feet and your legs, extending your knees and start bringing your feet above your head all the way to touch the ground. Interlace your fingers, hide your shoulders a little bit more behind your back, and bring your hands towards the ground. Observing the sensations that might arise, the thoughts and emotions that might arise through this posture. Just observe without judging. And slowly release your hands and start bringing your hips all the way to the ground very slowly. And bend your knees. Bring your feet towards the ground and extend your legs. And you may do right now whatever posture you need to do before we enter Shavasana. So whatever your body's asking for you to do, maybe it's a happy baby, Ananda Balasana, whatever you need to do before entering into Shavasana and just relaxing to this posture. Not relaxing, but really thinking and absorbing all the benefits from the practice that we just did, from the movement. So close your eyes, feel the heaviness in your eyes if you're already down for Shavasana. Feel the heaviness in your body, your legs, your hands, your arms. Feel and visualize as if you were right now just laying down in sand and just leaving the footprint of your body on the ground. Observing the sensation, the temperature of the skin. Release your tongue, let it float inside your mouth. Relax the skin on your face. And let go. Just giving yourself this moment to connect with yourself, with all that you are. Just keeping your mind still. If whenever you find your mind wandering around into the past or your future, just bring it back to the present moment through your breath. Now, very slowly, start moving your toes, your fingertips, your ankles, your wrists, your legs, your arms. And lift your arms above your head and stretch from the tip of your toes so all the way to the tip of your fingertips. And bring your knees towards your chest and hug them. And let yourself sink in towards the right side, giving it space to your left side so your heart can expand. And as you inhale, come to a seated position, keeping your eyes closed, observing how you feel, observing the sensations in the body. If something feels different, either emotionally, mentally, or physically after the class, from the first moment you stepped into the mat until now, without judging, and just give yourself thanks for being here, for giving yourself this time to reconnect with your inner self, with your higher self, and your deepest vibration. Bringing your palms of your hands above your head, towards your third eye, towards your lips, and towards your heart space. Bring your chin towards your chest. From my heart to yours, namaste. I wish you have a really good rest either of the night or the day, whatever time it is where you are. And thank you for practicing with me. If you have any questions or anything you would like to know, please go ahead and ask me so. I would love to hear how the class felt on you. But if not, thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.